inside. Come on, everybody inside. Line up, everybody, line up, everybody, line up, line up, line up inside. All right. What do we want to learn today? As we're helping out our friend, what do we want to learn? What topics do we want to discuss? Yeah, Earth, can you come forward? Hold on, let me turn up hold on. My render distance is like potato. Oh, wow, I can see you. Wow. Okay. Yeah, what's up? Different burrito signs? Burrito. Oh, psychology. Oh, okay, okay. It's a little hard to do in VR, but okay, okay, yeah, sure. Well, I actually love teaching signs like that, so thank you. I actually think we have one of our lessons kind of goes over that, but I can't remember which one, so I'm just gonna be finger spelling. The reason why I love these signs and teaching them is because a lot of the times maybe somebody's having a hard time or they need a break and they're trying to inform that to somebody, but they don't understand. So I think it's really good for everyone to try and learn some of the signs like this. So that way, if somebody's telling them, like, hey, I'm really not feeling good right now, they can understand and they don't have to be like, what's that mean? What's that mean? What's that mean? And then they're kind of like stressing them out more. So we can be teaching some mental health signs. One of the signs that I know is in the lessons, but I'm feeling bad for forgetting which one it is. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Speed run. I feel like I'm not gonna find it. Okay, I give up. One really good one to know is nervous. The sign for that, you're gonna have your hands in front of you and you're gonna be shaking them like this. You can also kind of do it lower. You're just shaking your hands. If you've ever been next for presentation, you're waiting for the teacher to call your name and you're like, you can feel your hands are shaking, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti, shaking, 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 just like that. And another sign, it's similar. You're going to start with two hands pointing down like this, and then you're going to be shaking one of them. And this is like your legs. If you know, like when people are sitting and they tap their leg, just like that. You're going to shake your leg. You're shaking. I can't sit still. I can't sit still. You're shaking, 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 shaking. So that one's kind of an old sign. I don't see that used a lot, but it's still used. So I still teach it. But this is more like it could also be used in the context of like anxiety. Anxiety, it could be that, but it's also a sign you have a fist right on your chest and stomach area, and then you're going to put an open hand on top and it's pushing up and pushing back down. So this is all your emotions and they're boiling over. You're about to explode. You're pushing it back down. You're pushing it back down. It's fighting it. You're fighting that emotion. You're pushing it down, 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 but it keeps coming back up. This is a bad behavior. You should not be bottling up your emotions. You should be expressing them. Okay, so then another good one to know is therapy. So if you know the sign for help, help is like this. Help, you have your thumbs up and you're putting it underneath and you're boosting it up, you're helping. So therapy is pretty much the same except you're going to have a T hand. A lot of us can't do two hands in VR unless you got fancy 3.0 avatars, so we're just going to be doing a fist. Just a fist. And you're going to be help. But in this context, it means therapy. So you're going to have a T hand going up. Therapy. And therapist, if you want to say therapy person, that means therapist. Therapy person or therapist. Yep. Some other, yeah, you want to ask a question? What's up? You're fine. Yeah, right. But you can't do it in VR with the hands. You can't. So you just do like, yeah, I think you're right. You could be like, so she was saying like maybe if you want to be more clear, you could be like T and then do that. So make sure you're being really clear in VR that it's a T hand, not just a fist, right? Thank you. Yes. Um, so some other signs that might relate to that. I'm sure you saw me sign doctor. There's two signs for doctor. So you're either, it's right here on your like lower palm, doctor. You could either be with a D hand or with a flat, like it's kind of like a bent B hand, if you know what that. It's like a flat bent hand, and you're tapping that same place, just like that. Doctor. And the same thing, but they just have different hand shapes. Same exact thing. Doctor. And so the next sign, I've seen different variations of this, and I'll kind of explain why. So the word is diagnosis. So I always signed, if you have index, you're going to be doing this hand shape, which is the two fingers and the thumb out, and then you drag it across. If you don't have index, you could just do this peace sign and drag it across. And so this kind of looks like, so this actually has different meanings. It could mean like label or like, it could also mean stigma. Like a lot of people are like forcing a label onto you and it's creating a stigma. But in the context of like, I went to the doctor and he gave me a diagnosis, you can use that. It's a diagnosis. But I've also seen context of this. So if you remember, I've taught this before, this can mean appear, but it could also mean case. Like, I have a case of a cough. Like, I have a case of a cough, of a corona, of a cold, of a fever. I don't know. So you see this a lot in news nowadays when just talking about corona. It's like talking about cases, like 1,000 cases, 1 million cases. But it could also be describing like I've been diagnosed with depression or I have a case of depression that could be used in the same context. I'm not an expert in medical signs, but from my experience, I've seen both of those signs used in that context. So case, and then diagnose or diagnosis. Yep. And then I just said it, but the sign for if my DEPR depression, you're gonna have two D hands, so just pointer fingers. I think somebody's mic's on. You're gonna have it on your chest, just right here, and then you're gonna drag down and go out. It's kind of like that feeling of sadness weighing down on you and pushing you down. Depressed or depression. Yep, you have a question? For tired? So, you said like this? Um, So I've always seen when it's talking about like the specifics of like the diagnosis of depression or like you're talking about specifically like why are you feeling that way? It's like, well, I have depression, like I am depressed, I have an illness. Then you're going to use D hands. But if you're just expressing more like the emotion that you're feeling, that could be open hands of like the feeling of dread coming over you. But when you're talking about like the actual name of the illness, you're going to be wanting using D hand. In my experience, it might be a dialectical thing, but I've always seen it with, yeah, it might be a West Coast thing, but yeah, I've always seen it with D hands when talking about like the illness itself. Yeah, but it could totally be fine. So like kind of similar, the sign for grief is like pulling and dragging your heart. So it's like you have your heart and you're like pulling it, almost like you're wringing a towel. You're like pulling your heart, and it's like the feeling of grief is like twisting. So that's not using like G hands because this is like hurt. So you can be, if you want to just describe like the feeling of pain or like the feeling of something inside of you hurting, you could be using open hands or like having it pushed down on you, or similar to anxiety, that kind of feeling of something rising, but you're pushing it back down. That can mean a lot of different things. And that's one of the beautiful things about sign language is that you're able to express so many things in so little of just using your facial expression and using your body movement and being able to express things that don't have words in English. There's no English translation for some of the things that you could communicate. And I think that's what's amazing and beautiful about sign language is I found a lot of freedom and expression of really hard to process emotions because you're able to put words to feelings that don't have words in English. So I really encourage you guys to like learn from this and be like, yes, Jenny is teaching vocabulary, but it also might be a way for you to understand like some so for me, okay, I've taught this before. This is a sign like same. You and me are the same. When you're doing it like if here's a person, you're like you and me are the same. It's direct translation. It just means like me too. Me too. But in sign, like the real meaning is it's like I relate to that so much. Like you and me are brains just connected, bro. Like you get it. Like you completely understand. And sometimes I find myself like I can't think of an English explanation of that when my friend just says something that I'm like, oh, I connect with that so much. Like I can't help but just be like, yeah, 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 yeah. And they're like, what are you doing with your hand? Like, they don't know signs, so they're just like, why are you doing that? But like, it's just a way to express something that cannot be done in English or even verbal language because you're moving your body in a way to connect with the person in front of you. That's how much it moved you. That's what it means to me. But another person might do this and just be like, yeah, me too, bro. I'm doing good too. Like that's whatever that means to them. So I encourage you to like study this vocabulary of like, I know it's kind of sadder things, but it could actually be a really good way to kind of work through emotions. I was talking about last class of like, if you're ever feeling like you want to practice more, it's totally good to just sit alone in your room, just sit there and sign. Just sign, just sign, just sign, sign. Like look around the room and find things to sign. Like, oh, I see a pot and it's standing over there and it has a flower in the pot. That's so cool. Like talking to yourself. Be a little hermit and talk to yourself. Be weird. It's okay. And like it's totally good to just be able to do the same thing, but with your emotions and be able to be open enough and sit there and be like, you know what? I feel like poop today. Yeah, I feel like poop. Well, that's why I always ask you guys, like, how are you today? And it's totally fine if you say, I'm doing bad, Jenny. Today sucks. Like, that's good. I'm so happy that you were able to express that to me in sign language. That's awesome. I'm proud of you, you know? So I know it's a little bit of a more sad, like, topic to discuss because we're talking about, like, depression and anxiety, but it's really good to be able to open your mind and learn these signs, not only so you could help your friends if they're telling you they're feeling anxious, and you could be like, okay, do you need some space? But it's also opening that window to your own heart and being like, how am I feeling today? And would I feel comfortable expressing that in sign language? Or do I kind of want to work on my sign language vocabulary? But also work on myself. I want to be a good person. I want to grow, and I could do that through sign language. Okay, I'm sorry, I rambled, but I love I love signs like this. That's why I said I'm happy that you suggested it. um, but yeah, some other signs before I keep talking for eternity. Um, some good ones to know are just health. Health. So the sign for health, you're gonna have two H hands, and you're gonna start here, and you're gonna go down. Just straight down. You might also see people use the sign healthy. This is the same sign for strong. Healthy or strong. But you might also use it as like, so for example, smoking, it's bad for your health. It's not healthy. You could say that. Does that make sense? So you're going to use it in different contexts. So like smoking, it's bad for your health, or you need to eat food for good health, or it's not healthy to do that, whatever. But I was going to say the other one. Oh, but health looks similar to a different sign with a different meaning. So going straight down, that's health, but going like this, and see that's a half circle, That means human. All of you guys, you're humans. Humans, right? So it's different. You're gonna make sure you separate that. So when you're going straight down, that's health. But when you're kind of going in a circle, like it's like a half circle, that's human. So make sure that's different. You don't want to get those confused. You have a question? Yeah, what's up? No, it's not like like it's like you're just going from your chest down to your stomach, but you're like going in an arch. No, they don't have to be touching. They could be apart. I don't think I've ever done them touching. Yeah, they're always apart. Yeah. And you start up and you go down. Yep. Uh, let's see, what's some other ones? Oh, I think a good one to know is just so you can combine those two. So the sign for mental, it's the same of like think or brain. You're just gonna be pointing to your head. Mental health or mentally healthy, and mentally strong. Mental health. And if you want to say, so the sign for illness is the same sign for sick. So if you know how to say sick, so if you have index, you're going to be using these two middle fingers down like that. If you don't have index, you're just going to do open hands. And then you're going to have one on your head, like where you have a fever, and then you have one in your tummy, like where you get an upset stomach, and then you go in a circle. Sick or illness. So you can say mental illness or physical illness, body, physical. I should have taught that. So like human, pretty much the same thing, except with open hands. Human, body, physical. This is my body. I gotta take care of this body so we can be healthy. That's a good one. All right. W hand. For all of our index users, you're gonna be doing this. If you don't have index, you're gonna be doing a peace sign, and then you bring your pointer behind it to show W, so it looks like that. So you do this, and then you just have a two-hand. You bring it to your mouth. So you do this, bring it to your mouth. If you have index, you just do that. Sorry, so people are screaming in my house. And then tap, 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 tap on your mouth. What does that mean? Who can tell me what that means? Just come up. Whoever comes up first can tell me. Steffi, what is it? Water! Yes, yes! Somebody tell me, why am I teaching how to sign water when I'm talking about mental health? Why? Why is that? Why am I doing that? That's weird. Yes! Yes, it's extremely important to stay hydrated, not only for your physical health, but also for your mental health. So you're just saying like, oh my God, Jenny, I can't go to class today. I have a headache, and my lips are chapped, and my tummy hurts, and my bones ache, and I'm just really tired. I don't know why. Drink water. You stupid. Drink water. That's why. It's really important to be drinking water. All your problems will be solved. So that's another good one to know, especially if you come to our clubs. We do Just Dance. We always take a break for water. So it's important to know that when I go around and start yelling at people, drink your water, drink your water. So that's a good one to know if you want to remind your friend, hey, have you drinking enough water today? Yep. Let's see. I guess a good one to know is just check. Say check on. So check is like you have your open hand and you're just doing a check. Check. If you want to check on your friends, say hello. I'm just going to check on my friends. I'll see you later. Check. I'm going to check on my friends. Same thing. I want to check on my friends. I want to say hello. I want to ask, how are you feeling? Are you good? Are you bad? I just want to check on you. Yep, that's a good one to know. Or if you want to say, if you're discussing or talking, if you're having a conversation, I checked on my friend and we chatted. We had a conversation about how she was feeling. She's fine. She's good. If you're having a conversation with your friend, if you're discussing with your friend. Yep, we're discussing, we're talking, we're progressing. All these good signs to know when you're talking about stuff. I'm taking it step by step to be stronger, to be healthier. Yep. Okay. I nerded out a little bit and I talked too much about how sign language makes me feel happy, but all right, let's do a review. Ready? Ready? So, how do you sign anxiety or anxious or nervous. How do you sign that? Yep. Good. 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 Yep, there's two ways. So you can be shaking your hands, or you could be pushing that down a lot. All these emotions coming up and you're pushing it back down. You're feeling anxious. Yep. And how do you sign doctor? I went to the doctor to get medication. You're close. So we want to make sure that we're not tapping the pointer finger. We're doing this part of our hand. So you're not doing this. It's like this. So this part of my hand is meeting this part of my hand. Or you could be this part of your hand meaning this part. So you're either tapping like this or like that. You have a question? Could you come closer so I can see you? What's up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Correct. So, yeah, I forgot to go over, yeah, this one also. So it can be like stress, or stress. I've also seen, oh no, that's annoy. I got annoy and stress mixed up. Same thing. So yeah, you could be either like shaking. It's pretty much the same of like you're just shaking. Like you're so nervous that you're shaking. You're so stressed. But this can also be stress, like anxiety. I've just been feeling stressed. I've been feeling tense. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I never used this sign, so I forgot. Okay. Other signs. Health. How do you sign health? How do you sign health? Health. Yes. Health. Health or health. Healthy. If you have a Y at the end. Healthy. I'm strong. I'm healthy. Or health. And then how about so last one to review. Oh, wait. I forgot the English word. Help. Oh, okay. Diagnose or diagnosis. Yes. Diagnose or diagnosis. You might also see this as case. This or this. Good. Yep. What's up? Mhm. Mhm. I can. Yeah, I think that would really be a contextual thing, but yeah. Yeah, depends. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you for that suggestion. Hold on, let me check what time it is. Oh, we got plenty of time. Okay, let's see. Since we kind of went over some more like technical, like heavy stuff, let's say we switch it on over to something a little more. What's up? You got something in mind, JJ? Discord? Check Discord? Okay. I was gonna do. Oh, hold on. Un momento, por favor. Is it in class? Class text? Socially
Yes.
awkward. Oh, got it. I got it. Thank you. Okay, so that's two signs. So first sign, social. Social, or this is the same sign for hangout. Social, you're being social, you're hanging out, you're interacting with people. And then the next sign, awkward. If you have index, you're gonna be using 3 hands like this. If you don't have index, you could either do this or this, doesn't really matter. And then you're gonna go up and down like this. Awkward. Oh gosh. I use this sign a lot. Ooh, awkward. Ooh boy. So you could be like social, awkward, or you could say social, uncomfortable. This is a sign for uncomfortable. You're nodding your head no, and you're signing uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable. So something social's going on, you're not comfortable with it. It's awkward. It's not comfortable. Yeah, you have a question, Brad? You trust Jabba? Ah! I was actually going to teach that, but I forgot. Thank you. Okay, so they asked how to sign panic, attack. So first sign, panic, you're going to have P hands. So if you have index, they're a little bit like this. If you don't have index, you could just do V hands. And you're going to go at your top of your head and you're going to shake it. If you know the sign for emergency, it's E hands, emergency. But you're going to be doing it with P hands. Panic, panic, panic. Oh, panic. So you're shaking your hands, panic. And then attack. Here's a person. His name is Bob. Give me that. You hit him in the face. You attack him. That's how you can remember that. It's literally the action of hitting something and pulling back. That's attack. So the difference between hit, this is hit, just going in and you're hitting, like you're punching Bob. But if you're attacking, you go in for the attack and then you come back. So it's like attacking, it's like the reverb of the attack. So if you put it together, it'd be a panic attack. Another good sign that I use a lot is overwhelmed. Overwhelm. If you're just so overwhelmed, it's all going over your head. It's like you start here and you just kind of explode over your head. That's a really good one to know. If you could tell somebody's kind of falling back and panicking, you're like, hey, you're feeling overwhelmed. Do you want to take a break? Do you want to step aside for you? You want to take a break? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's all over your head. You're like freaking out. It's a good one to know too. Yeah, and break. That's a good one. This is break as in like a break of time. I need some time away. Break. Break. I need a break. Yeah. Dissociative or dissociate? Oh, I misheard you. Misheard. I misread you. Oh, disorder. Disorder. No, so disorder actually has its own sign. So disorder, you're gonna have two. In real life, it's claw hands. So I don't know why this is being so difficult right now. Ah, angry. Okay, hold on. So you have claw hands. I don't know why it's being annoying. And then you're gonna start with one of them facing up, one of them facing down, and then you're gonna shift it. So like this is the normal balance, and it's shifted. There's a disorder. It's shifted. This is also the same sign for like there's disorder in the house. Everyone is going crazy. I'm overwhelmed. There's disorder. It's not, it's chaos. It's disorder. Same sign. But if you want to say like mental disorder or physical disorder, it's the same. Yep, mental disorder. Yep. Yep. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I didn't get any more DMs. Okay, so we went to all of these real world technical doodads. Now, let's learn some fantasy signs. Woo! Okay, this one, start off with a really basic one that I'm sure most of you know. How do you sign dragon? Come on, all y'all show me. I know you know. Yes, you're gonna start with your fist on your mouth. Fire, pushing it out of your mouth. Wait, hold on. Where's the fire emoji? You start here pushing outwards. Dragon. Yep. And then, yeah, you have a question? What's up? Oh, really? Dragon? I've never seen that. Dragon? I think that looks right to me. I'm sure that's another version. Yeah. You're Canada, right? So you probably sign. That might be a Canada sign. Maybe. Yeah. So Nick says she signs like this. Dragon. That's cool. I've never seen that. That's cool. I like that. Okay. Thank you. Dragon or dragon. Okay. Let's see. Some other monster. Monster. You're gonna have claw hands and you're lunging. It's like they're coming up. Here's your bed. And they're lunging up on top to look at you. Monster. Yep. Or another one, I was discussing this so much the other day with some of our other teachers. There's like so many different variations of devil and what's the other word? What's the other word for like the people in hell with like horns? There's another word. Demon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Demon. I was so, and then like Satan. So my variation, I've always signed this for like devil, this like just two pointies, and then demon I've signed like bigger horns, like big like outwards, and then Satan I've signed like this. Satan. And then I said that to some of our other teachers, like, no, 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 no. I've always signed Satan and demon, and I never even seen this one before. And then I'm like, oh. So basically they're all mixed up. Everyone has different variations. But pretty much, as long as you're doing like big horns or like big horns outwards or horns coming this way, or maybe the horns come forward, or maybe they're really short, tiny horns, or maybe it's like this. You're pretty much gonna get the idea of like hell spawns. So yeah, maybe yeah, like that. Maybe they wrap around and come forward. Maybe they're these big, extravagant horns. Whatever it is, as long as you kind of get the idea and understanding of it's like some sort of horned thing, you're probably gonna be understood. Um, I guess the opposite of that would be angel. And so if you know how to sign heaven, heaven is signed like this. You're going to be coming around your hands and then going out. Here's the sky, it's heaven. So then angels, you're going to be signing heaven on your chest, then come out to wings. Angel, angel, pretty angel. It is very cute. I agree. Ooh, I love this sign. Elf, you're gonna have two L hands on the sides of your ears, and then pull your ears because you got elf ears. Elf, I love that sign. It's so cute. Elf, elf. Ooh, and fairy. I've seen multiple signs of this. I've always signed two F hands, and then you kind of go out. Fairy, because you got the wings on your fairy. Fairy, like that. Fairy. Or I've what's some other ones? Oh, unicorn. That's easy. Easy. Unicorn. Unicorn. Yep. Just a horn. Oh, and magic. I see your question. You got the there. Throw magic at you. What's up, Figure? You have a question? Mm-hmm. Knights and kings? Yeah. Okay, so that's a really cool sentence. I'm gonna teach you how to say that, but I'm gonna go over like, because it's good to go over the ones surrounding it. So the sign for royal or royalty, you're gonna have an R hand and you're gonna come here and go down like a sash. Royal, royal, or royalty, you have that sash, kind of like a pageant. So then if you want to say king, you're gonna have a K hand. King. King. Well, then how do you sign queen? Queen. Queen. Easy. Queen. Or so prince. Prince. Same thing. Prince. Prince. But if you want to say princess, the only thing you change is you do it princess. You do it kind of two times, princess, like that. The way I remember it, it's almost like she has her sash, but then she also has her gown. So it's like you go over the sash, then you go over the gown. Princess, right? So then most of like the like royalty signs are like that. Same thing, like if you want to say kingdom, you say king area, king place, king area, whatever, that's kingdom. Or stuff like that. As for knight, not as in knight, I've seen a lot of different variations. Like you said, kind of like showing the helmet clothes. I've also seen like sword fighting person, sword royal person. I've seen a lot of different variations. When it comes to knight, I either do like sword and then helmet, like haha, sword, or like if they're jousting, you could do like the joust on like a horse, or like you have it closing it, going. So that's more of like a classifier, but you can usually get the image across pretty clear. But when it comes to queens, kings, princes, and princesses, it's pretty much all the same motion of going from your chest area to your hip area, going across like that. So those are really easy signs to remember as long as you know your ABCs. Let's see. What's some heaven? It's the earth enjoying the signs for heaven and angel. Okay, let's see. What's some other good signs to know? I guess sword. That's a good one. You just say you have your sword going like this. Easy. Easy. Sword or shield. Shield. You're holding your shield. The shield is in front of you. Shield. Here's you holding it. Here's the shield. Guard. If you have a G hand. Guard. 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 Hold on. I saw Peppermill first, and then I'll answer your question. Come hither, my squire. Hero. So I've always signed, correct me if I'm wrong, Shade, because I always thought this was a strange sign for hero, but I've always signed strong person. Are you the same? I think it's so weird. They should have a sign. Yeah, just strong person. They're a hero, so they're strong. It is weird because heroes can be weak. Anyways, so yeah, they're a strong person. And then for villain, this is a sign for the direct translation would be opposite, but it could also mean like conflict or like against. So it's like this means villain, basically. It's like someone who's against you, and it's a villain. They're opposed to you. They're in disagreements. Yeah. So it's like going apart person. So strong person and villain. I really don't like that sign. It reminds me of the debate that I had a few classes ago about how to sign a stepfather and stepmother and how angry I got about that. But anyways, let's see, what's some other good fantastical sign? Oh, I guess dream. That's a good one. Dream. Dream. You're dreaming, so you have the clouds forming from your head. Dream. Dream. Everyone ever watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl? You know the song that Shark Boy sings? Did you hear? Did you hear they made a sequel? They made a sequel in 2020? They made a sequel. It's on Netflix. I heard it's really bad. I mean, like, that's a whole tangent for another story. Come to me after class if you want to discuss Shark Boy and Lava Girl. But before I get completely off the tracks, let's end with a review, and then we'll go and take a picture. It was a little bit of a chill, silly class, but that's fine. Okay. So how do you sign elf? Show me how to sign that. Elf. Yep. Good. Good. Elf. Elf. You have those pointy ears. Padoo. Padoo. What about fairy? How do you sign fairy? Yep. Good. Fairy. 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 Woo. And what about magic? How do you sign that? What about that one? Yeah. I love how Paige signed it. That was so cute. Magic. Pew. Just like throwing glitter at somebody. And then last, how do you say, magic? How do you sign hero? How do you sign hero? How do you sign that? Good. Strong person, strength person, resilient person. Yay! You all did wonderful today. I'm really happy that I got to see all of you. I missed you all so much. I don't know why. It's only been 1 week, but I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like forever. So thank you for coming. I'm really happy I got to see you all. I'm really happy I got to teach. I'm really happy I got to say hello to our first timers here. And you guys are super well behaved, and I love you all. So thank you, and let's go take a picture. Woohoo!